Welcome aboard, everybody. My name's Cap Nipson, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are playing Legend of the Dragoon. This is episode 8. In the last episode, we made our way through Volcano Volute. We fought a Virage, which is some bioweapon or some creature that excuse me, I have the hiccups. The Winglies used in the Dragon campaign 11,000 years ago. And it just so happens Rose knows about these things, and you know, it's just she's getting more and more mysterious. But today we're going to enter the Dragon's Den. So there's actually a super rare enemy here. Oh. Guys, don't you feel something? This forest is contaminated by the dragon's poison. I see. That's why the Sandorans don't have defense in this forest. A normal person cannot be exposed to this poison for a long time. It's a natural defense. Oh my. What's wrong? I felt a little bit dizzy, that's all. I guess it is hard for a woman. Oh, I'm a woman too. You are special. Oop. Missed that dialogue, sorry. I don't mean to do... Oh no. Uh-oh. What's up with Shauna? I'm okay. See? Rose is fine too. But I'm sorry. I need to go rest a little. Shauna! Are you alright? Uh-huh. Don't worry. I don't feel sick anymore. Besides, I think I got used to the air in this place. Then, can you go with us? Sure. Huh. If I fall down here, there would be no meaning to me coming with you. Indeed. We can say the war is in our hands because the Kaisers cannot make a move. Shauna, please don't leave us like that. We don't know what awaits us. Valid point. Sorry. Now, let's move on. They are playing brother and sister. Yep. They're always like that. I wonder... Oop. I wonder where... Hello. Before the cutscene, I was saying there's a rare encounter here that has a chance to drop a really good armor. And then I think there's also a slightly less rare encounter that can drop a weapon for a character we don't have yet, which I always thought was interesting. Hurrah! Harpoon! Damn! 74 damage. Ha!
Whip smack.
I don't like being covered in slime. Hurrah!
Whip smack.
Whip smack. Dun, dun, dun. Uh-oh, Dragoon level 2. Death Dimension unlocked. It's a pretty cool spell. It falls off very hard. That's another downside about Rose as a character. I'm not saying don't use her in your own playthrough. She's awesome. She's still fun to play with. But her Dragoon spells kind of lackluster, if I'm being honest. Like, the first spell is pretty good in the early game. I'll show it off in the fight, in the next boss fight. Because it does heal. However, because of the scaling of the damage and stuff, it tends to fall off pretty quickly around the beginning of Disc 3. A lot more enemies start becoming resistant to magic. And the early game spells just cannot do as much damage as they need to. I don't know if that's something the development team has looked into, but I would love for Dragoon spells to scale better. And after, I don't know, like, because like some of the spells in the game seem to scale way better than others. So I don't know if it's a coding issue. You son of a bitch. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's a coding issue, because I know for a fact that it's pretty much a confirmed thing that one of the spells damage, it's just the damaged amount in the game is just flat out wrong. Like, it's way higher than what it actually... It says it's way higher than what it actually is. I haven't unlocked that spell yet on that character, so it might be corrected. And because I haven't used Dragoons yet, I have no way of knowing. But we'll find out. Let's go ahead and attack this thing. Oh, and if you notice on Rose's, hold on now. Ah, crap. Oh, that's gonna hurt Labbits really bad. Okay, not as bad as some other stuff. You see her bar, it was solid blue, now it's got a little bit of green. That's the level 2 gauge filling up. So, every time she does an attack or anything that generates SP, it'll fill that second bar up until it's full. And when it's flashing, that means it's maxed out. So, this is the screen where the rare enemy can spawn. And I'm going to see if I can get him to spawn real quick. I'll probably do like 2-3 more fights. And if we don't see it, then we'll just move on. It's not super crazy awesome or anything. It's just a very unique encounter. And it does have a chance to drop a rare armor, which would be useful on Labbits or Dart. Okay. Come on. There we go. I had to stop him before he put on another magic attack and wiped our whole team. So now we're going to just heal up. It's, slow and steady here. One more level and Labbits will have broken 300 HP, which is really good. He is the tank, so... Or he's one of the defensive tanks, I should say. He's not the only defensive tank. Nah, I'm gonna let everybody heal up some more, and then I'm gonna keep going, because, I mean, that rare encounter enemy can actually do a lot of damage, so I don't think it would be a bad idea just to heal up just a little bit. Can you stop attacking? For 5 seconds. Alright, we'll just go for the attack now. Crap. Oh well. She's just gonna have a little bit more HP. And I think Lavitz can probably end this right here. Yep. Okay. So, we are going to check Lavitz's addition. Not even close. I don't know why I thought Rose is at 34. So, let's see if we can't get that rare enemy to spawn right here. Nah. Alright, whatever, we're just gonna...
Whip smack.
Whip smack! Crap. I was really hoping I could get a second attack in. Oh well. There's a healing spot in the Dragon's Den, so it's just this outside area is the enemy. Like, this enemy and the rare enemy, they can do some serious damage. Alright. Let's keep going. We have to... It's a rare enemy here, but later on in the game, it's a common enemy. So, it's not like we're missing out on seeing it. It's not like a one-off encounter. Uh-oh. Wow. Wow. Alrighty, now we're in the underground area. Good. You've come around. Yeah. I think I'm okay. Where are we? In the nest of the dragon. Well, at least we don't need to look for Fabrand anymore. What confidence you have. Is that because you're a Dragoon? I guess. Guys, look at this. There's still pure water left in this forest. At least the entire forest isn't spoiled. Let's go. If we defeat the monster, then the forest will be saved. I don't know about that, Dart. But yeah, so this area, pretty straightforward. There's a little bit of a puzzle situation. So you can't walk past the tentacles. You gotta knock them down first. Harpoon! Take care of the other bat.
Whip smack.
The tag, the voice lines always get me. They're so good yet so corny. It's just pure 90s. It's so fun. I don't even know if it's a feature that would be considered, but I would love to have an addition feature or something on Shauna. I know everybody's like, well, she uses a bow. It'd be hard to do additions. There is a case for one of the NPCs that we fight later on who uses a bow and has like a 5-hit combo. Or it's not a 5-hit combo. It is a combo that you have to hit a specific target on an enemy over 5 turns, and on the 5th turn, you can do a massive amount of damage. I don't know how you could do that. I mean, I'm sure it would be possible to take that NPC's ability and possibly put it on Shauna. But I think it'd be really cool if, like, you could aim for specific spots on enemies and do, like, a combo. Like, I mean, even a quick draw, like, combo would be cool. Okay. So, we're gonna go in here? Yes. Maybe. And I think this takes us to a treasure chest. I'm going to try and get all the treasure first because there's some useful items. Oh, no, that takes us to this. Touch this, and whoop, whoop, there it goes. I got it. When it's touched, it reacts with that. Every teenage boy's reaction when puberty hits. Alright. Yep, another fight. Combat music in this area is also pretty cool. It's like a slightly different version of the main combat theme. I don't know what's so tricky about this bat, but... Ah, that's... Ask and ye shall receive. So, that was the... If that attack had caused the status effect, it would cause confusion, which in this game is really bad. So, confusion can do any action. It can... no, I'm sorry. It can attack anyone, including the enemies, or attack yourself or your allies, or even run away. Yeah, no, like, so you can't run away during a boss fight, obviously, but you can run away from regular enemies. So it's kind of annoying, especially if you are dealing with, like, grinding additions out later on in the game. It can be it's not, obviously you figure out what enemies do it and you just don't fight them, or you have an item that just makes you immune to confusion. All of those are valid, but there aren't many enemies that can cause confusion, so it's kind of a moot point per se. Nah, I'll save the dancing ray for the boss. Okay. I thought I missed that. Whew, barely got it. Oh boy. He's gonna, yep. Oh well. Before we go fight the boss, I'll go heal up at the spring. And then we'll just run away from every fight. Problem solved. Alright, now Lavit should just go and... Deleted. We honestly could grind Shauna up to level 9 if we wanted to. I don't see much of a point in it, honestly. Like I said, the early game's pretty easy, and there's very little difference. Later on, she'll be the same level as everybody else. Because she's... Yeah. I mean, she technically has more XP than... No, I'm sorry. She's 300 XP behind Lavitz. And so 300 XP early game is a bit of a problem, but late game, no. You get like 300 XP per enemy. So while it is a slight inconvenience right now, nothing crazy. It's absolutely just fine. These are not the rare enemies, but these guys are awesome. If you are grinding additions, they have an ability. I don't know if they'll show it. That's why I'm explaining. They have an ability called Physical Shield, which renders all physical attacks 0 damage. However, additions still count. So even if I sit there and do Whip Smack 10 times for 0 damage, it still counts as doing it 10 times. So your goal on enemies like this, because there's several throughout the game, and I'll point them out, is you want to get them low, and then they'll start spamming this ability. And if you're on a fast character, you like Rose or some of the other characters who can get 2, maybe even 3 turns, depending on your item setup, per one of theirs. You can get 3 additions off before they have to re-up it, which adds up very quickly, surprisingly. And because they can do it indefinitely, we'll get Shauna up. I really want him to show this ability off, just so you can see what it looks like. And we'll heal Shauna. It probably would be better for me to let her die and then revive her, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. So another benefit to guarding is if you guard an attack that could cause a status effect, it will no longer cause a status effect. Wow, is this guy really? You see how you did the rings? That means that attack normally would have inflicted a status effect. So because I guarded, here we go, physical attack barrier. So now, didn't do the addition, but 0 damage. So if you need to kill this dude, just use a magic item or a Dragoon magic spell for whatever reason. So now that he is attacked, the physical attack barrier goes away. So that's what I was saying. If you have a fast character, you can get multiple attacks in, get multiple additions, and then you can more quickly get your addition levels up. I guess I haven't really explained the addition system. So, not in depth, I'll go over it real quick because I kind of skipped the tutorials. So, the addition system is obviously the additions in combat, but they have 5 levels and they level up every 20 additions. So, Double Slash starts off at level 1, and at 20, it goes to level 2, 43, 60, level 4, and then 80 is the final level, and it's considered mastered at level 5. Volcano is level 1, and every time you do 20 of them, it'll go up. So if you look at the damage percent and SP, that is how much of those things it does. Oh, sorry. The addition, the second column, how it has 3, that's the number of inputs you have to have in order to complete it. Burning Rush only requires 2. It's a little bit simpler, but it, unlike Volcano, which is low SP, high damage, it is high SP, low damage. And Double Slash is an all-rounder, so it gives 35 SP, and it does decent amount of damage. That 2% is going to be like 1 damage, so I'm just going to stay with Volcano to level it up. Ooh. Change plans. We're going to grind Lavitz's addition. We're going to get him to the next one. Oh, you can... Okay, yeah. So, I'm getting rid of the icons by hitting my R1 button. Where what I have mapped to R1. So, I can't remember if it was that in the base game. I thought it was select. I could just straight up be wrong. So we're going to let Lavitz do all the attacking until he gets 7 more. Because Rose isn't close to getting Whip Smack to the next level. And I want to show off Lavitz's 2nd edition. It is a little tedious, yes, but hey, those of you who know, you know. Those of you who never played this game, you don't have to grind additions, but it does make a surprising difference. Like even early on, the difference between a level 1 and level 2 edition can mean like 10 points of damage, which at these low levels adds up very quickly. Because most enemies have like less than 100 HP right now. So I mean, if you're doing 30 damage and then it levels up and you're all of a sudden doing 40, and they only have, you know, 65, what was taking you 3 now takes you 2. It just ends up, it's just worth your time. And if you're having a hard time with additions, there are items that automatically do them for you. They're really not worth... The first one you get is not worth it, because it's half damage and no SP, I believe. And I don't think it counts towards your addition counter. Like, it doesn't level up your additions, even though it is technically doing them. You have to get the next one, which I think is called... Don't quote me on this. I believe it's... The War God's Calling is the lesser version, so I think it's the true War God's Calling. I know it's War God's something. We'll find out in an item shop here coming up soon. Not this episode, but soon. And I'll be able to... Crap. Man, I'm still messing those up. Alright. The downside to having to grind Lavitz is he is slow. For the wind element guy, dude's slow as dirt. It's crazy. Hurrah! Harpoon! Alright. I don't think that was 7. I think that was like 5, but I'll double check. Alright. Yep, 2 more. So, let's just keep grinding. Oop. Controller died on me there for a second. I apologize. Or it came, I think it became unsynced. Alright, let's change my... Yeah, that's a better camera angle. So we only need 2, so we'll just... Whoop, whoop.
Whip smack.
Stop covering me in slime! Alright. 1 down, 1 to go.
Whip smack.
We'll let her guard. This might actually get her to level 9. If there's... She only has like 3 XP to level 9, we'll just go ahead and bite the bullet and do one more fight.
Whip smack.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'm not going to complain. Free XP. Hoorah! Not that this does anything, but whatever.
Whip smack.
Yeah, so like, prime example, everybody got a turn, which is not common on some of these enemies. But some of the later ones are like half speed of Shauna and Rose, so those two get 2 turns, and 2 other characters can possibly get 3, depending on how you have them spec'd out as far as their gear goes. And those 2 they're arguably the best 2 characters in the game, as far as like, actually one of them is just flat out the best character in the game. There's no getting around it. She is absolutely the best character in the game, hands down. Alright, now that we're healed up, let's go take on the dragon. Dragon D's nuts. I'm sorry, that was highly immature of me. I don't regret it. Okay. No, let me... Okay, that's... What is my dog barking? I just had to make sure nobody was at my front door. Is that you, Levitz? It's so ironic to find you venturing here. You are Graham! Do you know him? I will never forget him. He used to be the head of the Second Knighthood of Basil. Graham! The man who used to be my father's best man. I think, for a better word, would have been best friend, right-hand man, second in command, best man? I mean, he could have been the best man at the wedding. Welcome, Levitz. You've become a knight fulfilling the wishes of your late father, Servi. Don't you ever mention my father's name. Are you still carrying that grudge after more than a dozen years? For my betrayal of your father? That's not all. You betrayed King Albert. You betrayed every single person I know. Is that the wrath of a patriotic knight or a man full of vengeance? Both. Graham, now I get to avenge my father who trusted you and died in vain. Get revenge? Try. See if you can truly best me in my newly obtained power. Emerge! The power of the dragon! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This man's a dragoon too. You're a dragoon? It shouldn't be a surprise. Only the dragoons can manipulate dragons. Behind the dragon, there should be... This is the power I obtained. Obtaining that power is not an easy matter. Where did you get the dragoon spirit? I'm amazed there's someone in Basil who knows about this. Fine. You too will know before you die. His Majesty Dole got all his power and intelligence from Emperor Diaz. Is this some kind of dream? Emperor Diaz died 11,000 years ago with the name of the Holy Imperial Gloriano. If this is a dream, how can you explain what you are about to see? Come. I gave you a chance. I give you a chance to avenge your father if you have the courage to fight against the legendary Dragoon. Yeah, what he doesn't know is we technically have 2 Dragoons on our side, but... Alright, so let's just go ahead. So this is a really fun fight. So you have 2 enemies to focus here. Graham and Feybrand. Feybrand, just leave him. Graham has several Dragoon spells that can do a lot of damage. He's also, unlike Lavitz, pretty quick. So he can get 2 turns off, usually, and just start piling up damage very quickly. Feybrand, until you kill Graham, is not a threat. At most, he might poison you, and there's actually, I didn't equip it just because it's not really necessary. There is an item, Poison Guard, that you can buy in the city and in Basil or Bale, and get 3 of them and just put them on your fighting party, and you're completely immune to poison. But poison's not that crazy of a deal in this game because it does a flat 10%, which you're thinking, holy crap, that's a lot of HP. Guarding also gives you 10% back, so you can just guard and remain neutral and be okay. This is the other thing Feybrand can do. He attacked him. When they say attack power up, that means it literally doubles all of his stats. That's just what it means. Not HP, but attack, defense, offense, magic attack, and magic defense. All that's been doubled. The only stats that haven't been doubled are speed and HP. There's no item to double HP, but there is an item to double speed, and it is broken. It is absolutely busted. You put that on your fastest character, and you will be taking a guaranteed 2 to 3 turns per enemy. Like, they just cannot keep up with you. It only lasts for three of their turns, but you basically guarantee 3 turns in a row, and it is disgusting. So we're going to transform into Dragoon. Alright, so we could do a D attack or magic. We're going to do Rose's magic. I'll explain how the magic reads. So this actually has an update. The 10 MP and the 20 MP, that icon's normally not there, or it's a little different looking. So the spell descriptions are very basic. Dark, strength of 50%, single enemy in HP. So what that means is it's a dark elemental attack because she's the Dark Dragoon. It has a strength of 50%, which I'm not sure if that means 150% or how it's calculated, but that's what I'm saying. Legendary Dragoon's magic is a little clunky to understand. Single means single target, and HP means it's going to give us HP back. So I'll show you why this is a really good spell early game, but as you will quickly figure out, it just gets outclassed by almost all the other healing spells. Oh, Lord. Rose just has magical healing piss, because that when I was a little kid, I was like, why did she just pee on me? Because that's what it looked like in the old version of the game, because it was just a yellow stream just hitting all the characters, and I was like, I don't know. My little 7-year-old brain that's what I saw, and that's how it's been. So Graham is now down to half. We're gonna do Earth or Pellet, but it's gonna be an Earth magic. Now this should do some damage. Oh! There we go. That attack obviously can and does poison. I'll show. So the death dimension, like this is even weaker physical attack or magical attack. Dark, strength of 25%, but it hits all. And if they're not bosses, they will have fear, which fear cuts your damage in half, and also has the enemy do double damage to you. By nature, bosses are immune to every single status effect. So this is absolutely worthless on a boss. If I could offer a suggestion to the development team, if anybody is listening, I would look into possibly making it so bosses can be affected by different status effects. Not all of them, but certain fights can be affected by certain status effects. Just so you can give a little bit more oomph to some of these spells that cause status effects that do nothing on boss fights, which is when you bust out most of your magic. We'll do a D attack. Boom. So, the Dragoon attack, I have it set to auto because if there is one part of this game that I just absolutely suck at... Oh, he's down. Nice. He's out of the fight. It is the Dragoon attacks. I have never, ever been able to get them right. Ever. So I have them set to auto because they look really cool. It's a 5-hit combo with an elemental explosion at the end that does magical damage. And the difference between getting off that explosion and not getting off that explosion at the end is pretty significant, honestly. Wow! And there's our first successful spinning cane. And we'll hit Fabrand with a pellet. Let Shauna just do all the heavy lifting here. Even later in the game, like when enemies start getting better magic resistance, Shauna just looks at them and laughs. Still, that's how strong her magic is. Now that Rose is back to her normal self, I'll let her heal Shauna. Knowing my luck, Shauna's gonna get healed, and Fabrand's gonna be like, "No, you're gonna get covered in my green goo again." Holy crap! Alright, Lavit's in this. Spinning cane. Nice. Ooh, downburst. That is the highest tier of wind magic item you can get. They're pretty strong. Ooh. Nice. Damn, Shauna's still just a little short. You have... Hold on. You have Survey's strength. My efforts were to no avail. I even used betrayal to obtain this power. I still don't understand. Why did you betray my father? You were not like this before. Nobody could be stronger than your father. That was the only thing I could never conquer. I had admiration for him as a mate. Once again, wording. And as a friend. But time goes by and it turned into this feeling. This fear from realizing the limits of your ability. This fear that goes nowhere. The only thing you can do is curse yourself for weakness. But You couldn't overcome your fear by defecting to Dole. You needed to overcome my father. There was an alternative. If only I could obtain a new power, I could be equal to or surpass him. That was the Dragoon spirit I got from His Majesty Dole. Lavitz, live strong. Now, I can go to be with Servi. Okay. Were Graham and Lavitz's dad like a thing on the and like Lavitz's mom is just like the side piece, or was this like a throuple or a swinger situation? Because like that's one too many mistranslations to be coincidental. He's lucky to be dead now. Greed for power eventually conquers you. Unleashed power generates only sorrow. He should have known that. He was lucky to die now and avoid even more sorrow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's this? Aw, shit. Such a coincidence. It can't be. Or is this fate? Lavitz, maybe you too are. Dart is right. The Dragoon spirit of the Jade Dragon recognized you as the next master. I am a Dragoon? I deserve to rule dragons? Not only do you deserve, but you have an obligation to accept your fate as a Dragoon, don't you? I love the music in the background. It's so somber. It's what Graham left for me. I understand. I accept it. The fate of a Dragoon. I will use this power for justice. Like Dart and Rose. Used for justice, huh? Acquired. Dragoon Spirit of the Jade Dragon. Back to our regular scheduled music program. Good for you, Lavitz. Shauna? I can't breathe. Too much poison. We cannot make it over Volud carrying Shauna. We have to go to Loan. Loan. The commercial town? Yes, that's it. I heard there's a great doctor there. Hurry! I mean, we can only do so much. When I was a kid, I cannot tell you how long it took me to figure out that you had to go to the back of the cavern to interact with the pillar. Because there's no indication until you get right up on it. That's what you're supposed to do. Alright, before we finish Lohan, or go into Lohan, I'm going to end this episode right here. So if you guys like what you're watching, please like and comment, and if you really like it, leave subscribe. I've got plenty more content coming out, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.